It's episode 9 of my beautiful idiot playthrough of Encased using the As a Bag of Hammers perk. Today I have a couple things planned out, but first off, there's someone here in Magellan I need to chat with. And the one we need to talk to is Akira Okawara.
Oh, you again.
Okawara paces the room, brooding and upset. Tell him that anyone who is sad is a doofus. A smile briefly thaws on the scientist's wintry face. Excuse me? Ah, I understand that you are a yellow badge, and this is your way to express your sympathy. I assure you, you needn't worry. I'm fine. Akira gives a short sob and wipes his eyes on his coat sleeve. Okay, fine, I'm not alright. Forgive my weakness, it is unworthy. He continues, sniffling. Have you heard about Sonora? It's a collapsed warehouse bunker. I sent my robot there, and it hasn't returned yet. And if it hasn't returned, something really dire must have happened. Please, if you happen to pass by Sonora, well, you never know. Drop in, would you? Perhaps you'll find my robot. Okawara pauses and purses his lips, struggling with his emotions. We are a master at finding robots. We can smell them a mile away. His face lights up. Sonora is just a short distance away. I'll point it out on your map. Here, right here. Do you memorize it? Tell him you'll definitely stop by and move away.
Later.
With that mission picked up, it's time to get started questing proper. So there's an awful lot that I need to get done, and I mean an awful lot that I need to get done. I'm going to start off with the pillaged caravan that we had to check out for the emulator project, where the Phalanx lost some cargo. Okay, what do we have? As you pass a massive boulder, a man jumps out from behind it. He's wearing a long overcoat and respirator. Before you can react, he spreads the skirts of his coat to show he's completely naked beneath. Great. Really? Offer him sex as an option? We're not doing it. Boot to the nuts. You gauge the distance and swing your foot. Bullseye. The yell from behind the respirator sounds like an elephant trumpeting. The stranger folds into himself like a jackknife and falls to the ground. Search his pockets. You walk your sticky fingers through the poor fellow's pockets, finding some food and spare change. He doesn't protest. You leave the man squirming on the ground to think about what he's done, and hit the road. So, this is the location that I was given by Dawn of the Phalanx to find the missing cargo. We got a couple oranges here.
Gasoline-soaked imprints of bare feet on the sand lead you to a small camp which looks more like a dirty junkyard. A couple of freight containers, obviously stolen from a robbed caravan, are turned over and now serve as huts with awnings. Several dirty, strange-looking fop-like vagabonds hang around them.
So this would be our introduction to the fops.
One of them, a huge man with a flamethrower, notices you and strides toward you. The rest of the vagabonds follow, one of them running on all fours. He stops so close that you have to take a couple of steps back. Heat comes from him, whether from the sizzling hot flame gun barrel or from the fop himself. He wears a bright red sack with holes cut for the eyes on his head, a bright green pedestal sticking from the top of his mask.
I'm fucking Pepper, and things are hot here, and you're gonna be hot too if you want to live.
So we have the Dance of Threat, the Dance of Doom, and the Dance of Negotiation. I'm guessing that these guys aren't really interested in negotiation. So do we want Threat? Let's try Doom. Time for the enemies to crap their pants if they haven't yet.
If it were the dance floor, you would have torn it up. You hop from side to side like a drunk toad, roll on the sand, and howl non-stop. Very frightening. The fops exchange looks, then begin clapping their hands.
I think we have a winner.
Pepper raises his thumb.
That's fucking fire. Kudos. Come on, make it hot.
The fops obviously didn't understand your message. Time to teach them a real lesson. If they don't leave you alone, you'll dance them all to death.
Let's try the Dance of Ruinous Fury. If they don't stop clapping, they'll see your wrath.
You drop to your knees and pound on the ground with your fists, demonstrating fury, rage, and violence. The real rage must be blind, so you pour sand into your eyes, generously accompanying the act with terrible yells. The fops are impressed. When you finish, the gang bursts into even more heated applause. Pepper comes up to you.
You are really something else. I thought we were fucking burning it here, but you're the burner.
He turns to the fop, standing on all fours.
Hey, Bug, reward that one.
Bug gives Pepper a small, square device, then falls on his back, waving his arms and legs furiously. The fop leader solemnly hands the device to you.
You sure know how to burn it. Here, take the buzzer. Hell knows what it's for, but take it anyway.
This calls for the Dance of Victory. That was certainly easier than expected. Dance my way through that one. Let's move on to the Sonora storage bunker. Oh, I got bonus reputation with the fops for that one. Dark green armor peeps out from the red sand. A yellow skull grins from beneath a raised visor. Let's take a look. What do we have? Okay, we just have remains. Can we scan them? No? Oh, wait. Scan the remains. Oh, there we go. Scan the remains. Jack Sobchak. Well, that's not a terrible haul. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, it takes up a helmet slot, though. I can't really give it to my character because my character needs the resilience, and I don't want to give it to Fox because her defense is based on evasion. Let's give it to Crump. Alright, before we go... Oh, I see people. Hello? 3 mercenaries from the Phalanx are standing right there in the harsh light of the fluorescent lamps. Obviously, they had a really bad day, for their combat uniforms are covered with bloodstains and dust. Their weapons are at the ready. They seem to be preparing for some fighting. As you come closer, the Phalanxers point their guns at you almost simultaneously. The commander waves his shotgun in your face. Drop your weapon. Face the ground. You're coming here like flies to honey, huh? All of you want a piece of the pie, you bitches. Say, robot, and solemnly raise your index finger. The mercenary narrows his eyes and lowers his gun. Yeah, damn it, the fucking robot. The small metal thing with a huge rifle. It took down 2 of our men and stole our relic. He holds out his hand. I'm Oliver Reeton, and this is Cassandra and Sven. You know, I don't give a damn about this robot. If you can get our haul from this thing, we'll leave. Do we have a deal? Make a talkie gesture with one... You know what, I think I'd rather they just left. He pauses to think. 300 for 3 people? That's not very much, but then there's no more risk. Okay, that's a deal. He slaps your palm. Phalanxer counts the money and then nods to his group. Cass, Sven, let's go. Screw this robot, it's just loss making. I mean, I have tons of money, I might as well use it. And 300 for my character, I think I have like 5,000 on me. You know, that's not terrible. Oh, and in a broken vending machine, there's 200 bucks right there. With this place thoroughly looted, let's see about recovering this kid. Or robo-kid, I guess.
You come up to the door without making any loud noise, but that doesn't help. Some bright child's voice screams, "Battle mode," from behind the steel doors, and after that you hear a deafening bang of a fire shot. You see a smoking hole on the door, within a couple of inches from your head. Your fist could fit in this hole. Looking through the hole, you see a robot. Or rather a robo-kid. The android looks like a little schoolgirl with a blunt bob and a huge rifle in her hands. The bright red light in her eyes changes to blue, then the regular brown.
Social mode. My name is Yoko. I scanned you. You are a member of the Yellow Badge program. One of my research mission protocols is to keep people with an abnormal mental capacity alive. I found a relic here, a radiolip. Evil people wanted to take it from me. I was forced to eliminate 2 of them. Then I retreated to this room. What is your purpose for being here?
The robotic girl scrutinizes you through the hole in the door.
Well, we have a charm check, so let's ask her to open the door in our gnome eunuch voice.
Yoko tilts her head and studies your face.
I obviously need to study Yellow Badge behavioral patterns. I shall open the door for you.
Clap your hands and jump happily. Hello.
Yoko looks out into the corridor, looks at you, and squints happily.
Yes, there is no danger. Thank you.
She looks at the bodies lying on the floor.
Human decisions seem irrational to me. Are they actually ready to die for some relic of low rarity?
The robo girl goes through her backpack, takes out some strange thing, and shows it to you.
Radiolith, a widespread but quite an expensive relic. If they decided to die because of it, could I calculate the average life value based on the value of the artifact?
Yeah, probably. Let's shout Akira and wag our finger at Yoko.
Yoko tilts her head and squints.
Thank you for your help, but no thank you. I already mapped the return route in the course of my exploratory activity. I will be waiting for you in Magellan.
I will see you there.
Her eyes change color once again. This time, they are bright blue.
Research mode.
The robo girl says loudly and heads for the exit with firm tread.
Shout mode node and start marching on the spot. There is something back there. There's going to be some sort of a puzzle with these valves here to open these. I will do that between cuts. So after mucking around with the valves, it turns out each one of these has 3 different potential positions and an off position, which gives 81 different potential positions that could be the solution, and no sort of instructions. They didn't react at all as I was mucking with them. So I'm not going to sit here and brute force it. So next up, I am going to picnic. Oh, but first, an eternal twilight seems to hang over these swamps. Thick vapor clouds the light, and glimmering greenish sparks remind you of fireflies, not the local carnivores, but the harmless insects of the outside world. An unidentifiable sound breaks the marsh's dead silence, drawing your attention to several figures moving among the reeds. Well, we'll go with the criminal. We'll see what we have here. Oh, I was kind of expecting to get into a combat of some sort, but I guess we've avoided it entirely. We do have something here. Well, we'll want to check it, but first I want to rest. Alright, let's see what unknown is. Capsule crash site. I don't think I saw this the first time through. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to leave Crump and Fox behind, so that if any of us get blown up or attacked or set off a trap or anything, it'll just be me. Well, that wasn't really worth the effort. Okay, can I just really walk through? Nope, apparently I can't walk between those. So, 1 bolt for you. 1 bolt for you. I thought I set that one off with a bolt. Well, let's get out of this spot and then figure out what that relic is. It is worth selling. Yeah, not going to use that. That's not very good. Well, that was definitely not worth the effort. There was nothing there other than that 1 relic, which wasn't very good, and yeah, 4 potatoes. So off we go. Some funny people seem to be selling guns in the desert. Well, excellent. So it is kind of nice when you do come across a random store. They do put your personal box right there, so you can go and grab all your junk without having to go back to your camp. Thin man wearing a hamster mask. Is that a type of mask, or is that just a mask that kind of looks like a hamster? Thrusting a thin hand out from under his rags, the hamster spits a handful of different caliber cartridges into his palm.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there. The merchant speaks in a faded old lady's voice. You suddenly realize this is a woman in front of you. Okay. Biting bits of iron, stick shooters, I exchange them for 9 pieces of paper. For pretty coins, but I don't trade for beads anymore. The queen will get angry. Nod, you like biting pieces of iron. So this vendor had some abysmally low quality stuff, but on the upside, they had money. So let's get rid of all this stuff we don't need and take their money. Now up to 6,000 calm bonds or whatever the currency's called. Well, it's nice to be back in Picnic. We're gonna have to see how these guys fared after the destruction of the spire. Who do we have here?
A girl in blue wing uniform is standing on the gas station's porch, leaning on a handrail, cradling a metal mug of some hot drink. She waves to you.
Hey, can I help you? I haven't seen you before.
Tell her the simulator project needs an analogous doodad thingy.
Audrey utters a short sound.
Not simulator, emulator. But you almost got it. You want some anomalous essence, right?
Let's go with yes.
When you finish speaking, the blue is lost in thought.
What if I offer you a deal? Help us, and in return, you'll receive anomalous essence. How do you like those terms?
Cautiously ask, ugh?
We've got a problem with cockroaches in the swamp nearby. There are just too many of them. If you're willing to deal with it for me, I'll give you the coordinates.
She pulls out a kairos.
You got it. We'll catch and eat all those pesky cockroaches personally.
Audrey sips noisily from her mug.
You don't have to eat them, but the picnic would appreciate your help.
Shout, money! And shake your wallet in joy. You want to trade.
Melville quacks.
This is the best offer to trade I've ever heard. Well, look.
Wait, Melville quacks? Well, I have lots and lots of junk that I could sell her. I'm in no real urgency of getting cash, so I figure I'll just hold on to all this till I absolutely need the money. Remember me? Old Melville hasn't changed a bit. Same dirty jumpsuit, slightly foolish expression, and strangely squinting eyes. Even the computer Aaron used to play chess with is the same. The plastic case has yellowed somewhat. The machine still works. He raises his eyes. Why can't you stay at home? Why are you goofing around bothering people? He stops short and rubs his eyes. Then he smiles. Is that you, sweetheart? Long time no see. How many years raced by? 2? Yeah, I think that's right. I've got a good memory for numbers. Ask him why he cut off his leg. He scratches the back of his head as if considering whether or not to tell you about it. Oh, alright. Listen. When I'd only just been assigned here, I used to wander into the marsh. Supplies were short then, and there was a lot of stuff in the marshes left over from expeditions. I figured I might find something useful out there. When I was walking there one day, I saw a cave. So I went in, old fool that I am. Inside was a generator and some other equipment, and a staircase leading down. Clearly an abandoned excavation site or something. Thought I got lucky and decided I wouldn't go back empty-handed. As I was heading downstairs, I heard a crash. I turned around and saw a huge rock climb right up from underneath the ground. Except it wasn't no rock, but old Al, as I live and breathe. Or old AI? I mean, they look identical. Melville's eyes sparkle meaningfully. He pauses, waiting for your reaction. Hiccup fearfully. Ah, damn, don't you know? It was one of those old spooky crabs. I used to see it in the marsh all the time. Called it old A... Let's assume this is old AI. One day, I stumbled across its nest, and the darn thing bit my leg off. Don't know how, but I managed to crawl to some hole where it couldn't reach me and called my granddaughter on the walkie-talkie. Luckily, AI's scorching pincer seared off the wound. Otherwise, I'd have bled to death right there. That Audrey is one clever cookie, unlike myself. She rushed to the scene, snuck her way over to me, dragged me out of there. Boy, I never got a scolding like she had laid on me that day. The old man smiles, stroking his beard. I miss my leg, sure. It was one of my 2 top favorites. I'd give it an honorable burial if I could find it, but I don't blame old AI. In his place, I'd have done the same thing. Hint to Gramps that you can return his leg to him. His bushy eyebrows rise incredulously. Really? You're not joking? Then bring it back to me. I'd be mighty grateful. Throw out your arms and shout, wow, because the gas station is really transformed. Right you are. I've even thought about building a second floor and renting out rooms, with windows looking north, on the swamp. Rooms with a view, so to speak. Say, "Don't get sick, old boy," and move away. The woman with the tired, wrinkled, but still beautiful face is Paris Langley. At least that's what it says on her badge. She's standing guard.
Good day to you.
She lightens up as you approach. You're the one they say wanders the dome. Do you ever go to Magellan? Yeah, I'm going there later today. Can you find someone for me? I'm willing to pay. It's not much, but you can never have too many combons, am I right? She takes a folded, blurry picture out of her pocket and shows it to you. I'm looking for Leighton Langley, my brother. He stayed in the new committee. I haven't heard from him in a while, and it's making me anxious. I keep thinking something's happened to him. He's not the kind to just disappear. He'd come find me. She ashes her cigar. Nakamura brags that the new committee is Kronos' successor, but of course that's bullshit. We never had anarchy like this when Kronos was running the show. These idiots can't see anything beyond their papers. They said I was a deserter, can you imagine? I gave up my Selectron and blew town. My brother stayed. He's very diligent and honest, you know. That's how we were raised. She smothers the orange sparks on the asphalt with the toe of her shoe. If I was dealing with Kronos, they'd tell me what happened to Leighton. But there's no committee anymore. It's just a logo now. What am I telling you for? You already know that. She steps up and stares you in the eye. To be honest, I'm thinking the worst. Leighton is dead. I'm his sister, I trust my gut. But those damn clerks won't let me inside the morgue. There's a morgue in Magellan on the White Wing level. Just take a look-see in the cabinets and the fridges. If he's in there, I need to know about it. Leighton Langley, my brother. You remember that? Well, we're going to be heading right there, if not this episode, then the next, so absolutely.
Goodbye.
So, into the swamp we go. So we're in the anomalous swamp. This I definitely do recall from being here before. I also recall that there were mines here, and I don't think my character is going to see them. If I do see them, I can disarm them. But, well, yeah, that's not too helpful if I don't see them. All right, let's scan this thing. And I think I will start out by heading into this cave. Is this a dead end? No, this is just me taking a ton of radiation. Oh, a perfectly survivable amount. Not enough to worry about. Okay, so I hear skitters, which means I am on the right path. Let's go ahead and get into stealth. Now, I do recall there's a bunch of them here. Now, I could try to take them on one at a time, but I don't think that's going to work. I think ideally I just want to get into the thick of it. And Fox, you go ahead and get a first hit. Or a first miss. That's also a thing that you could do. Okay, well... Right. These things have incredible evasion. Although, that's 2 hits. What do we have? So, Crump. Let's get you up about this far. Actually, these guys are ranged. So, what we'll do is move up. Get you into fighting stance. And start it with a quick jab? Why not? Well, I guess that's a reason why not.
Just a scratch.
And my character has really poor initiative. At least she's not running away from fights, though. Let's get her up into the thick of it, though. Let's see, she gets in fighting stance as well. And we get 1 hit with the blade. Or 1 miss. Wait, why did she... Well, okay. I was kind of expecting her to attack from the side, but... Alright, let's actually get Fox up into this. Oh, crit. Not bad. Okay, if these guys are critting for 15, then I should be just fine in this fight. Come on, Crump, do it in. Two misses.
I'll break you down.
Okay, who do we got? We got me. Come on, let's see if we can actually... You know, high evasion fights are a little bit infuriating. I like to be able to, you know, trust a 93% hit rate, but, well, okay, that's not too bad. What is this skull here? Poisoning. Okay. I think... If he lands it, this should kill it. Okay, good. Let's get Crump as far forward as he can get from this position. Nope. And he goes and heals Fox for me. Alright, so we need to start thinking about healing. I don't know if we have to start doing it yet. But you know, these are getting a little high and I'm poisoned, so I think I can get away with... Well, it's too late to use the healing now. Defense class it is. Fox, move on up. And you have enough for 2 hits. 2 very weak hits.
I'm gonna bathe in your blood.
What are we gonna do with Crump? Yeah, we're gonna focus all of our attacks on one enemy. Get out the big glove. Make sure I don't punch the wrong person again. Okay, 82 damage, that's nice. Wait. Oh, okay, knocked down. I thought he somehow KO'd Fox. Alright, now I definitely need to heal myself. And 2 hits. Oh, I got a bonus reputation with Crump for that one. What are we moving in on? We're going to move in on this one next, I suppose. Give it a punch. Or a miss.
Oh!
Now, let's move over to the other side of it. Otherwise, my back will be facing the enemy. I need a better weapon. I'm certainly not keeping up with my companions here. Alright, Fox, let's see if you can drop a, whatever this is, the Psi Confusion on it. Looks like you can. I'm not clear on what it does, but it now has this... Ooh, that's a nice big hit. Okay. In retrospect, I probably should have done it on the enemy that I was taking care of, but hopefully that takes that enemy out of the fight for a turn or two. Nope. Nope, it just leaves him healing Fox. Should have headbutted it. Knock it out for a turn. Is this yeah, why not? Okay, that was a big heal. So what is our best way of doing this? 2 hits with this and then 2 hits? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Then. Come on, crit. Nope. No such luck. It's funny, Fox is poisoned, so she's getting healed every turn. Come on, take it out, Fox. There we go. I shouldn't be bothering with the fence on her. Okay, Crump. Move all the way up. And I can charge the entire distance and still give it a hit. This is working, so let's keep it up. And down it goes. Oh, but we're not done. Well, I guess that's going to be some sort of boss roach. Go ahead and heal up Crump. I'm not going to bother healing myself. Let's just charge on up there. Try to crowd it as quickly as possible. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, get up there, Fox. You're probably immune to everything this thing's gonna do. More than immune, you're healed by this thing. Yeah, so Fox can just head right up into the thick of it. Now, what do I want to do? Well, we need to cover the distance. Yeah, might as well bring her right up next to it. Does she have bad precision or something? Is that what's going on here? Oh, jeez, Grump, you are slow. Yeah, I think we can just skip turns. There's really no reason to have Fox in a defensive stance. Okay, so it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Oh, that was Fox making that noise. I thought that was some sort of weird decomposing thing from the cockroach, the acid roach. Well, hello there, grenade launcher. None of my characters can really use it, but interesting nonetheless. So I just picked up a Croak or Die guide for Survival Plus 15. Which is kind of nice. And I have a level up, which I think is going to be a, again, exactly what we expect. So 10 points into melee, which brings us up to 50 with our gear. Yep, the traditional 3 points into criminal. So I took a whole bunch of radiation doing it, but pulled a shotgun out of the trunk of that car. Rads are, well, doing a little bit worse, but I'm not yet in a dangerous position. And now, apparently there is old AI down here. Let's go see if we can retrieve a leg. Okay, let's get into stealth. What do we have? Can we get down there? Okay, good, good. Now, I have no idea how to approach this thing. So, let's walk up and whack it with a pointy stick and see what happens. Okay. Well,
I'll rip your
there we go.
claws off, Tin Can.
Okay, I thought he said clothes. He said, claws off. Oh, dear. Yeah, those are not nothing in terms of claws. Uh, so Fox is the weakest of the bunch. Let's actually get her moving back. I'm guessing that Psi won't work on this thing, but let's give it a try. Resisted Psi confusion. Okay. How about just normal psionics? 8 damage. Okay, kind of hoping for a bit more than that. Get Crump into position. We're going to want you in fighting stance. Give it a good old punch. 31. Well, it's going to be slow. You know what? I'm going to let Crump just save up his AP. Okay, 27 and temporary problem with the use of weapons. I mean, that is problematic. Okay. Get fighting stance up. And with 13 we can do... Let's just do 3 of that. And defense? Yeah, defense, I think. Not a whole heck of a lot of it. Alright, so can she... Yeah, can't use that now. I don't think she can throw grenades or anything. So what do we... Well, let's move her back a touch. And then move forward so she's facing the right direction. And we'll save the rest of her AP. Now Crump should be able to get in 2 punches. Well, a punch and a miss. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, let's see how much this thing does in melee. Not nothing. He sets us on fire. That's unpleasant. What are we at? Okay, so we're in a position to use Mercy Strike. But first, let's... Okay, 2 hits. And then Mercy Strike. And then... Come on! Damn. Alright. Finish it off, Fox. Nice! What did you have on you, old owl? A very disgusting looking leg. Mobius armor plate. What does this do? It's not bad at all. It's probably good for my character in that the loss of initiative isn't going to make much of a difference. My character's initiative is so poor anyway. That extra point in muscle could be pretty good. So, back in town, let's start by talking to Audrey Melville.
Audrey is watching you closely, sipping from her mug.
You look like you need something. Maybe you could try explaining what exactly? At least with signs.
Give a vivid performance of how you took care of the cockroaches.
You stomp awkwardly in place and screech like an orangutan, tearing off imaginary roach legs and snapping invisible forewings.
Yeah, get some.
Very, impressive. I guess that means you've done your best for the picnic.
Audrey observes your pantomime with a serious expression. She reaches into her pocket.
I believe you said you needed a jar of anomalous essence. Give me a sec.
The blue pulls a small bundle from her pocket. It's soft to the touch.
Here, take it. This will last the emulator a couple of years. No, don't drink it. Dear God, I really gotta keep an eye on you.
Shout Gramps and mimic Old Man Melville's walk.
The girl grins meaningfully.
Oh yeah, and you must be one of his weird friends.
That's me.
That was my grandpa, all right. He was always attracted to all sorts of oddballs.
Cryptically declare, cheese, and move away. I've got something for you. Here, have your leg back. Melville stares at the leg in utter disbelief. Dear me, of all things, you really did bring it. He takes the leg and says softly, It's been a while, old friend. Okay, don't get excited. I'm not going to kiss you or anything. Let's see it. The old man pulls a photo out of his trousers pocket of his leg. He delicately takes the photo and smiles in the warmest way you've ever seen. Then he turns the picture so you can see it. It depicts Melville some 15 years younger. A girl easily recognizable as Audrey sits in his lap. Oh, that's cute. Two smiling people stand by, an athletic man and a frail, curly-haired woman closely resembling Audrey. Family, it's the most important thing, you know. The old man produces a handkerchief and wipes his eyes. Sorry, that just put me off stride somehow. Well, if I could put this leg back in its place, it would comfort me. But only if the rheumatism's gone. Say that real legs are bullshit for losers. You can make them a cool prosthesis. Yeah? I can't tell if you're Santa Claus or Mother Teresa. If you got time and effort to spare on such a thing, of course I'd be grateful, with all my heart. You take his X leg as a model for the prosthetic. There's a workbench near the garage if you need one. Oh, I almost forgot. Give Audrey that photo, would you kindly?
Audrey looks up from her mug.
Why did you even come to the dome? Well, I mean, obviously this isn't for your level of intellect. You should be doing something easier.
What, like killing your cockroaches for you? Here, have a photograph.
The girl snatches the photo from your hands, wide-eyed.
What? Oh my. I'll give this picture to my grandfather. He'll be so happy you found it. Thank you.
Okay, so we're at the crafting station. Prosthetic leg. Ad hoc, yet high quality artificial leg nonetheless. The Achilles heel of its design is perhaps a bit too heavy, but if you run out of ammo or don't know how to shoot, this heavy metal prosthesis, a couple of feet in length, can make your opponent kick the bucket. You look up here, you see a relatively reasonable prosthetic leg. I love the ingredients for this prosthetic. A roll of duct tape and the old leg. Let's go give Grandpa this incredibly disgusting contraption we just put together. Here you go. Wow, holy cow, what a beauty. Let me see. He quickly unfastens his old peg leg and places the new one in its stead. Then he stands up and takes a few steps. Large as life. It's even better than the real thing. Yeah, because it is the real thing, but with duct tape. He laughs long and genuinely, then seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. I don't know what I did to deserve such kindness, but thanks. I don't say this to many, but I'll be really glad to see you at picnic again. Anytime. How's life going? Nothing but fuss and bother. Merchants, travelers, everyone needs something. Buy this, sell that. I can tell you one thing for sure. Never before have I had so many customers as now. They all began to flood in after the incident. One day it's the phalanx, then people from the committee stopping by. He strokes his beer and grins. Give the Gramps a friendly pat on the bald spot, and move away. So that should wrap up the work for the emulator. I should be able to head back to Junktown, basically close off Act 1. That will wait for episode 10, however, and I will see you then.